Hi everyone and welcome to Advanced Installer YouTube channel. In this video, I'll show you how to display a license agreement dialog at the first launch of a Windows Forms app deployed via MSIX. First, let's create a sample Windows Forms application in Visual Studio. Navigate to File, New, Project and choose the Windows Forms app template. Set a name for your project and click the Create button. This is the main form and let's add a button so it's not empty. Now let's add the end user license agreement form. To do this, right click on the project, choose Add, Form and set a name for it. Add a text box, set it to read only, and insert the license agreement text. And then let's add two buttons, accept and decline. Now it's time to manage the license agreement. When the app launches, it must check the system registry to determine if the user has accepted the license agreement. So it has to search for the license agreement registry key, which exists only if the user has accepted the agreement. Next step is to display the license agreement form if the user hasn't accepted the license agreement, and wait for the user to either accept or decline the agreement. If the user accepts the license agreement, the system will record the acceptance in the registry. If the user declines the agreement, the app will be closed. Once the app is ready to be deployed, let me guide you through creating the MSIX package for the application. Before going through the next steps, make sure you have added the Advanced Installer extension to Visual Studio. Now let's create the setup project. Right-click on the project solution and choose Add New Project. From the list of templates, select the Advanced Installer project template. Set a name for the project and create it. Once the project is created, you can access the project viewer by selecting the EIP file. In the project viewer, you can edit basic information about the installer. To add the project output, navigate to Files and Folders tab and click the Add Project Output button. Select your project and press the OK button. By default, the Advanced Installer project generates an MSI package. To generate an MSIX package instead, you need to add an MSIX build. To do this, go to the MSIX tab in the viewer and click on the Add MSIX build option. Please note that adding an MSIX build is a feature available starting with the Professional edition of Advanced Installer. After adding the MSIX build, you must switch the installer project configuration. Navigate to Build and select Configuration Manager. Switch the installer project configuration from default build to the newly added MSIX build. The last step is to digitally sign the package. Open the Digital Signature tab, check the Enable Signing option and select your certificate from a local file on your disk or import it from the store. If you do not have a certificate, simply click the Create button to create one. After completing all the steps, build a setup project to generate the MSIX package. Then run it to install the application. Here is the MSIX package that has been generated, so let's run it. As you can see, at the first launch, I'm prompted to accept the license agreement in order to use the application. Let's choose to decline it, and the app closes. Now, let's run the app again, but this time I will accept the license agreement. Once accepted, I can use the application. And that's all. For more guides and tutorials, visit the Advanced Installer YouTube channel or check out the Advanced Installer blog.